Hello guys, I'm Timothy Earle with Earle Sports Bets and Picks and Parlays, and welcome back to another edition of Ballin Out with Tim Earle. And we've got some college football conference championships to talk to you guys about for today. We've got 4 games lined up for you guys. We'll talk over the Big 12. We'll talk over the MAC. We'll talk over the American and the ACC, all of those championship games. So that should definitely be some fun. If you guys are interested in grabbing all of our plays from the conference championship games and all the other sports going on over on the Picks and Parlays channel, well, they're all over there. Picksandparlays.net/Tim. It's where you can find NBA, NHL, college football, college basketball, all of that stuff, NFL, all of that over on picksandparlays.net/Tim. 1 week pass, $70. And make sure you guys are following Earle Sports Bets on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. Let's jump into it. We'll start it off with Oklahoma State taking on Texas in the Big 12. Texas is a 14-point favorite with a total of 54.5. And I looked at this one, and I just think this is a blowout game. I think Texas takes care of business quite handily in this one. You get a Texas team that, with a win, most likely is in the college football playoff. You can make an argument for them not to be. This is a game that they need to have like a statement win here. And I think they have that statement win. I think they win this one by 25 plus. I think it's a blowout earlier on in the day. We'll grab it, Texas minus the 14. Let's head over to the MAC, where we get Miami of Ohio taking on Toledo. Toledo's one of the best MAC teams in history. Like, this is an 11-1 team that realistically could be 12-0 right now. They lost one game to Illinois by 2 points that it kind of fell apart at the end, and they should have won that game. They should be undefeated coming into this game, going up against a Miami of Ohio team that's really good this year as well. They are 10-2, losses to Miami, not a bad loss, ACC loss, and then they lost to Toledo earlier in the year, 21-17. That one was in Miami of Ohio, though. This one's on a neutral field. For me, I just think Toledo's just a far better team. And I think they cover the 7.5. I think they win by double digits. I think you see a 12-1 Toledo team that arguably could be trying to play on a New Year's Six Bowl. Obviously, they're going to need some help. They would need like Toledo to lose, not Toledo, but Tulane to lose. But this is a team that you could very well see them playing a pretty good bowl game coming up. I'm grabbing them minus the 7.5. Speaking of Tulane, we get Tulane and SMU. Tulane's a 3.5-point favorite with a total of 47.5. And I looked at this one, American Conference Championship game. SMU is going to be without their starting quarterback. I think it's just going to be very tricky for them to try to navigate around that. I like Tulane to get the job done. I think it's a good spot for them to just kind of roll in this one. Yes, SMU looks fantastic in their final year in the American. Their only losses are to TCU and Oklahoma. Not bad losses. Tulane, only loss came earlier in the year to Ole Miss, which ended up being a 2-loss team. So all these teams' losses are good losses. But I'm grabbing Tulane. I think their defense will be able to shut down a second-string quarterback from SMU. Final game that we'll talk about is the ACC Championship Game, and this is one that has a lot of people's attention. It's a 1.5-point spread with a total of 46.5, and I think the wrong team's favored. I like Louisville. I think Louisville is the better team here. I know you get Florida State being 12-0, and I know there's that argument, oh, they win the ACC, they're in the college football playoff. I don't think they should be, because you look at it, if you get an undefeated Florida State team versus a 1-loss Texas, a 1-loss Georgia, if they lose to Alabama, I think there's arguments for those teams to get in over them. But I don't think any of that's going to be a discussion because I think Louisville beats Florida State. So Louisville plus the 100. Once again, all of our plays are going to be over on picksandparlays.net/Tim. That's where you can get a week pass for $70 for all the sports. And make sure you guys are following us on socials. Recap time. We're grabbing the Longhorns minus the 14. We're grabbing Toledo minus the 7.5. We're grabbing Tulane. And we're grabbing Louisville. If this information was helpful to you guys at all, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and share. It's going to do it for this edition of Ballin' Out with Tim Earle. Thank you guys for watching.